of trig functions. Alexis wasn't here in third hour, and I tried to record it for third hour, and it wouldn't record. So now I can record it. Anyway, so I'm just gonna record basically what I say I'm gonna write. Nothing. She won't be able to hear you. Alexis. She got checked out. Yeah. So anyway, I can record the lesson if y'all aren't here. All right. Related angles. They're always going to be positive, and it's acute between the vector and the x-axis. Ready? More helpful than not having anything. What? She can't hear you. Profound or profane? All right. So what angles have a related angle of 45 degrees? Yes, today is the 26th. Well, first off, how do you draw a 45-degree angle? What what quadrant is it in? First quadrant. This is 45 degrees. We can also draw it in the second quadrant. That's a 45-degree angle. Does that make sense? She can see what I'm writing. She can see all of the stuff on the board, and she can hear me. No, I'll have to send it to her. Okay, but what angle did we have to use to get to that vector? 135. So 45 degrees and 135 are related. Okay, they both have a reference triangle of 45 degrees. We could also draw it in the third quadrant. What is this angle that I colored in green? 225, 45 plus 180. So 225 is also a related angle. Does that make sense? And then we can draw it in the fourth quadrant. So what would this be right here? 315. Those are all related angles. Huh? Oh, the mouse, yeah, when it's recording, the mouse like shakes. Y'all see how these work? If you can put it in the first quadrant, you can write it in each other quadrant. Anything between bigger than 0 and less than 90 has 3 other related angles. And you can put them each in the other quadrants. Okay, so the sign of the trig function is determined by the quadrant that it is in. The sign S-I-G-N, not S-I-N-E. The positive or negative part of the number is determined by the quadrant it's in. So we're going to look at sine, cosine, tangent of 45, sine, cosine, tangent of 135, sine, cosine, tangent of 225, and sine, cosine, tangent of 315. Where did these all come from? From the first slide. 45, 135, okay? Now we're going to look at the sign, positive or negative. So 45-degree triangle, where would we put that? The first quadrant. If this is a 45-degree triangle, what would be the length of this? 1, the length of this one. Okay, so what would be the sine? 1 over square root of 2 or square root of 2 over 2, either one. Cosine is also 1 over square root of 2. What about the tangent? For a little bit anyway. 135 puts it in the second quadrant. Does that make sense? What would the length here be? Negative 1. This one. Positive 1. Probably. What would the length of the hypotenuse be? Square root of 2. Why is this number right here negative? We went left. Okay. The y value is positive because we went up. So what would be the sine of 135? What would be the cosine of 135? It's just positive 1 over square root of 2. What would be the tangent? Negative 1. 1 over negative 1 is negative 1. So far? I'm not dealing with the distance. Okay. 225. Yeah. This angle is what? What is this length? What about this length? Negative 1. And the hypotenuse? Square root of 2. Why is the hypotenuse positive still? It doesn't change. Negative 1 squared plus negative 1 squared is 2. And you have to take the square root of it. So the sine of 225 would be what? Negative 1 over square root of 2. What would the cosine of it be? Is it the same? And what would be the tangent? Are with me still? Okay. 315 goes into the fourth quadrant. This angle is 45. What is this length here? This length and this one. Let's see how that works. So what would be the sine of 315? Give you what? Negative 1 over square root of 2. The cosine of 315? 1 over square root of 2. And then the tangent is negative 1. Now with me? Do you see any pattern? What's the pattern? No, dealing with the signs. Looking at the signs, you'll see the pattern. thing that'll help you remember the signs. All seniors take calculus. All smarties take calculus. Amazing seniors take ASTC. I'll get to that in just a second. Write that down first. This is going to be where the angles are positive. A goes in quadrant what? S goes in which quadrant? T goes in which quadrant? And C goes in the fourth quadrant. All seniors take calculus. All of them are positive in the first quadrant. Sine, cosine, tangent are always positive in the first quadrant. Only sine was positive in the second quadrant. Do you see that? Only tangent was positive in the third quadrant. And only cosine is positive. Does that make sense? The other two are negative in the second, third. Do you need to know this? Yes. If you refuse to learn it, you're going to get them wrong a lot. All of them are positive in the first quadrant. Only sine is positive in the second. Tangent is positive in the third. Brady, please stop. And then cosine is positive in the fourth. Yeah, you'll need to learn it. You'll need to learn which one is positive. Here's an example of what the problem looks like. Negative 2 cosine of negative 150. Negative 150. Where would I go to draw that angle? Would I go up or down? All right, down. Now I'm at 90. Do I need to keep going? Do I need to go to the x-axis? Okay, so what angle is this? 30 degrees. Y'all see that? So I make a triangle, and I fill in the information. What would this side be here? And this side? Okay. So what would be the cosine of that triangle? The square root of 3 over 2. Cosine, is it positive or negative in the third quadrant? It is negative. Tangent's the only one positive in the third quadrant. Why is it what? Negative 150, you go down because it's negative, and this is 90 degrees, and then you have to keep negative 2. Everyone see where the negative? So negative 2 negative the square root of 3. Any questions on that one? Okay. Let's look at another example. What quadrant will my angle be in? The fourth? I went 300 degrees. How much do I have left to go? 60. Yes. It will not be like 20 degrees. If it's asking you to compute it like here, it'll always be 30. So what would this side length be? This one? Right here? Does that make sense? So 5/3 of cosine of 300. Well, what is the cosine of that angle? Is it positive or negative? But it's positive. Cosine is positive in the fourth quadrant. Does that make sense? So 5/3 times a half is 5/6. Y'all see how this works? Any questions? So on these, are you probably going to have to draw your little diagram to figure it out? I expect you to have to draw it for a while. I mean, if you can do it in your head, that's good. But I expect that you need to draw this for a little bit, okay? If you're not showing it, I can't really help you much. Any questions on this one?